There are some memories that don't scare you immediately. They sit quietly inside your mind, unnoticed for years. And then one night, without warning, they return. Not as thoughts, but as sensations. A smell, a silence, a feeling that someone is standing too close. This is one of those memories. I was in my final year of engineering, a phase where life feels like it's balanced on a single decision. Campus placements were approaching fast, and my first interview was scheduled in exactly 1 week. That one interview felt like it would decide everything: my career, my confidence, my worth. I studied constantly. Even when people were talking to me, my mind was rehearsing answers. Even during meals, I was solving aptitude questions in my head. Sleep had become shallow. Peace had become unfamiliar. In the middle of all this pressure, there was happiness in our family. My cousin's wedding was fixed in just 2 days. Our house and my cousin's house were only 2 streets apart. Since childhood, this short walk had been part of our daily life. Even late at night, even during power cuts, even alone, it never felt unsafe. The road was familiar, predictable, almost boring. That sense of normality is important to understand. Because nothing about that night felt dangerous at first. 2 days before the wedding, there was the Pelli Koduku ceremony, followed by dinner. The house was filled with relatives. Lights were strung everywhere. Laughter echoed through the rooms. Children ran around. Elders sat in groups discussing old stories. Everyone was relaxed. Everyone was happy. Everyone except me. I tried to enjoy the moment, but my mind kept drifting. Every few minutes, I caught myself worrying about the interview. What if I forget an answer? What if I panic? What if this chance slips away? By 10 p.m., I knew I couldn't stay any longer. Before leaving, I asked my younger brother to come with me. He was in first year of B.Tech, carefree, enjoying the attention, laughing with cousins. Growing up, we had been close, but our personalities were very different. He smiled and shook his head. "All cousins are going to play games now," he said. "I'll stay back." I didn't insist. It felt pointless. I informed my parents that I was heading home, slipped on my sandals, and stepped outside. That night was Amavasya. The sky was dark, heavy, almost blank. No moonlight, only the faint glow from distant houses. As I walked, the sounds of the celebration slowly faded behind me. By the time I reached the 4-road junction, the area was almost completely silent. And then the power went off. Every street light died at once. The road disappeared into darkness. I stopped walking. The silence felt unnatural. No dogs barking, no vehicles, just stillness. I stood there for a few seconds, listening to my own breathing. "Relax," I told myself. "You've walked this road your entire life." I resumed walking. That's when I heard it. Someone was running toward me, fast. My heartbeat immediately quickened. I stopped again, trying to focus through the darkness. The footsteps slowed. And then, "Anna." It was my younger brother. Relief washed over me so strongly that I almost laughed. "What happened?" I asked. He replied normally, without any urgency. "Amma needs some things for tomorrow. I came to take them home." It made sense. There was no reason to doubt him. So we started walking together. After a few steps, I felt something unexpected. His hand closed around mine. Firm, not casual, not playful. I felt confused. My brother never liked physical closeness. Even as kids, he avoided sharing a bed with me. But I assumed he was scared of the darkness and let it go. Then something else reached me, the smell of jasmine flowers. Strong, sweet, overpowering. There were no jasmine plants nearby. My brother never used perfume. The scent felt out of place, like it didn't belong to the road, or the night, or even the air. I felt a small knot form in my stomach. He spoke softly. "Do you know," he said, "there used to be a woman living in one of these houses?" I didn't respond. "She died just before her wedding," he continued. "They say she still wanders these streets." I felt irritation rise. "Why are you telling me this now?" I snapped. "You know I'm already stressed." He didn't stop. His voice had changed. Slower, lower, almost affectionate. We were now very close to my house. I could see its outline ahead. That's when his grip tightened. And suddenly, he hugged me. Tightly. My body froze. "What are you doing?" I shouted. He leaned closer. Too close. I felt his breath near my face. Then, he tried to kiss me. I pushed back, shocked. His hands moved over my arms, my shoulders. He started complimenting my body, my muscles, my strength. "You're strong," he whispered. "I like men like you." Fear surged through me like electricity. This wasn't awkwardness. This wasn't misbehavior. This was wrong. This was not my brother. I shoved him away hard and shouted loudly while rushing toward my door. My hands shook as I fumbled with the keys, yelling at him not to come near me. The moment I stepped inside, the house flooded with light, and instantly my phone rang. It was my mother. "Did you reach home safely?" she asked calmly. While she was talking, I heard my brother's voice in the background, laughing, talking to relatives. My body went cold. Controlling my voice, I asked casually, "Is he there? Ask him if he wants to come home. He also has assignments to do." She replied normally, "He said he'll do them later." I locked every door, every window, sat in the hall with all the lights turned on. I didn't sleep. I didn't study. I whispered the Hanuman Chalisa again and again, my voice barely steady. Time moved slowly. Finally, around 1 a.m., I heard the gate open. My parents were home. I told them everything. The next day, my mother took me to a priest. He listened quietly, gave me a talisman, and asked me to keep it with me. He didn't explain much. After that night, nothing like this ever happened again. I cracked my interview, life moved on. But even today, whenever I smell jasmine at night, whenever I walk alone on a silent road, I remember that walk. Because whatever walked with me that night didn't follow me. It knew me, and it walked beside me until my door.